What's up, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube? I just recorded a rambling video tonight that I have completely decided not to air because it seemed angry and depressing and nightmarish, and I don't want to do that to you guys. I'd rather leave you laughing. But I do want to talk about some of that same stuff, so I guess I will right now. Let's talk about my friend Danielle. She's done with the surgery. She's recovering well. She's going to make it. Cancer had not spread. Hooray. And that's the good news. The bad news is she's suffering. She's in a lot of pain, and it sucks. And that's how that is. And that is how it often is in life, you know. We have our great moments. We have our bad moments. We have our in-between. And for the most part these days I find myself hoping for at least the in-between parts, so I've gone through a fair amount of bad and don't want to be doing it anymore. And having Danielle been so sick and other things, it really just gets you thinking about that negative stuff, you know, and it's tough. It's tough. People have mentioned in your videos lately you seem sad, and that's why. Because you get reminded of how hard life can be, and a lot of people don't understand how hard my life has been. You guys may see, well, he's just some funny fat guy living in an apartment by himself. And you weren't there for the first 18 years of my life. You don't know, buddy. And I hope you never know. I hope you don't even remotely have an idea of what I went through, and I hope I never have to tell you. I have a friend who likes me an awful lot, and likes to hear this stuff from time to time. Mostly likes to let me get it off my chest, not so much enjoying the bad parts. And I've really amazed that person a lot lately, because there's been some fantastically rough stuff that I've had to tell her. Oh well. Let's get on to some better news. About a month ago, I went to the bathroom, was doing number 2. It's going to be kind of gross, so you're warned. It's doing number 2, and some stuff that's not supposed to happen happened. There was blood, and as you all know, that's a bad thing. So I went to my doctor's, thinking it might be a fissure, thinking it might be hemorrhoids, and he seemed to think that there's a possibility, given my diet, my size, and being 35 years old, maybe it could be cancer. So let's do some tests. Want to do a colonoscopy? No, I don't want to do a colonoscopy. Is there anything we can do besides colonoscopy? Well, Steve, you could go home and shit in a hat. What? So he sent me home with a little plastic hat that fits inside my toilet. Told me to go take a dump in it for the next 3 days. Scoop a little bit of it out onto a popsicle stick, and then scoop that across an index card. The nurse told me to be careful not to overdo it. You're not making cookies, she said. You want to lightly butter it. Bitch, I said, I ain't never lightly buttered nothing. Look at me. Well, fast forward to this week, I finally decided to do the test. There's still issues on the back end, and even after following my doctor's advice. So I put the little hat in the toilet, and I start to go number 2. And I realize exactly how small this hat is. They must have been expecting like rabbit turd girl poop or something, not like big fat heavy dude poop, not like elephant monster sized poop, because I pretty much filled it up on day 1. And when I say I filled it up, I mean my butt was pretty much pressed right up against it, and there was not a lot of places for it to go. So I got lightly buttered. Yeah. Well, anyway, I turned in the test today, and maybe we'll get lucky. Maybe there is no internal bleeding or anything like that. Maybe it is just something on the backside, and that'll be great. But it gets you thinking. It gets you thinking about all this negative stuff. So let's talk about something a little more positive. My Jesse video seemed to be fairly well received. Though a lot of people do have a lot of personal opinions about the different gaming consoles. They don't like my opinions. And, oh, why did you bash the Wii? I bashed the Wii because I bashed the Xbox 360, because I bashed the PS3, because I bashed the Internet, I bashed everything. This is what Jesse does. Jesse doesn't necessarily like anything, just likes tits. So sure, I bashed the Wii. I don't actually own a Wii, but I've owned one. I don't have it anymore. But I love Mario Galaxy and the Zelda game that was on it, the Princess or whatever, Twilight Princess. Phenomenal games, great games, and Nintendo continues to do it. And the PlayStation has phenomenal games. God of War is phenomenal, for example, and Little Big Planet, of course, you mentioned it. And the Xbox is an amazing online repertoire, an amazing group of games, and the arcade is top notch. So it's great. You know, they're all three great consoles. And I love them all, and I've either owned them all now or have owned them all at one point. And I plan to repurchase a Wii probably sometime this year.
Oh, you get a lot of fun from the Wii, you fatty. Think about the exercise you get, you fat.
The Wii's not exercise, dude. The Wii's not exercise. This, not exercise.
Well, it's more than you're getting, fatty.
Well, that may very well be. But you don't know because you ain't here. You're in my life 6 to 12 minutes a week, motherfucker. So don't be judging me. Why don't you go play with your Wii?
Come on, Jesse Jr.!
Am I right? That's a funny video. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you need to go back and watch it because it's pretty good. And because I don't want to necessarily get into, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do a lighter version, but I'm gonna do it. There's a guy who proselytizes me often. If you're not familiar with that word, you probably are. Either you're a heavy atheist or you're a heavy Christian. So when somebody who has a religious belief tends to convert you to that religious belief. And that particular gentleman tried to do it to me this morning. And boy, did it ruin my fucking day. I am unconvertible. There is no way you'll ever convince me to believe in your God. Especially by saying how much your God loves you, by how great He is, and all the wonderful things He's done for you. Because dude ain't done shit for me. And every time you try to convince me how great your God is, it only makes me hate Him more. So please stop. If you ever hope that there's a chance that I'm going to fall into your religion, that you're going to save my soul, that I'm going to your heaven, stop telling me how loving and peaceful and kind your God is, because He's not been very loving or kind or peaceful to me or a lot of the people I know. And if you are one of those privileged few that have God's grace and He's taken care of you since you was a wee little baby, man, that's great. But it ain't going to do much for me. So worship your God. Have a good time. Enjoy your religion. Have faith in yourself. Have hope. Have respect in yourself and your others. And enjoy. But just don't try to convert me. It's all I'm asking. It's all I'm asking. It's not much to ask. My life has sucked. That's it. There's no other truth to it. And I'm pissed off about it. And I like the recent parts of my life. I like my life since you've seen me on YouTube. And I don't like very much about my future right now. I like the fact that I want to lose weight, but I don't like how long it's going to take. There are a lot of things that I'm waiting for right now that I'm not going to get in weeks or months or 40 days even. 40 days seems like a long time to be waiting for something. And I got something nice supposed to happen in 40 days. So, that's my rant. I didn't like the other version. It was depressing, and it made me sad. And I don't want to make you guys sad. So, if you want to post something fun, pick your favorite Xbox, 360, PlayStation, PlayStation 3, Wii, Nintendo DS, PSP, whatever your favorite system is. Post that in the comments below. That way we can get a little console war going. I'll have a little bit of fun with this week, and that way I know you made it to the end of the video. Thanks as always for watching. Thanks for making it another week with me, and I look forward to talking to you soon.